Hi, I'm Eric Lehman. As you can see, you're watching EML77 TV. Good morning. October the 9th, 2019. Today is the day that my grandmother comes home. We're going to celebrate her life, her legacy, and we're going to lay her to rest where she can be reunited with my grandfather, who passed away 15 years ago. I went to the wake yesterday. Stayed there till almost 9 o'clock, and it was the longest time I stayed at a wake. And reconnecting with my family, my relatives, sharing memories, and I want to thank all those who came to the wake last night and for showing your sympathies, condolences, and prayers and support towards me and my family. And I know a lot of people are saying that, my grandmother was a big influence in their lives and a big part of the community that she was involved in. And she was one of a kind. And I do miss her. And today will be the day to bring her home. And I'm going to be honored to be part of this as a pallbearer. I'm honored to be doing this for her, and I'm sure she would appreciate it. And I don't know what else to say, guys. And my heart kind of breaks right now. I'm a little bit heartbroken, but I gotta stay strong for my family and for my dad and my aunt, my two other uncles, but like I said again, we are celebrating a legacy, and I am very, very thankful that I got to know her and to learn a lot from her. My grandmother was a woman of wisdom. She always cares. And I will never forget all those Christmas Eve parties in the basement in Dartmouth and back in New Bedford. It has been that she lived a long life, 94 years old. And I'm really proud to know her. I'm really proud to call her my grandmother. I'm really proud to call her friend. You can't choose family. You're born into that family. Family has always been there, and I want to take this time just for a second. I know because sometimes you go to a wake and a funeral, and there's a lot of things that need to be put into perspective. And one of the big things being put in perspective is that lately I've been noticing that I'm part of some Discord groups, game show. Fandom groups, and there's been a lot of drama going on over there. I have no idea what's going on, but I don't want to know. I don't want to dive into it and all that. But what has been going on? I've been seeing what's been going on, and it's about high time that we to say this: life's too short to hold a grudge. Life's too short to cause dramas. Life's too short to be mean at one another. Life's too short to be nasty towards one another, whether it be family members or friends. You see, I'm friends with those who don't share my opinions or don't share my beliefs and don't share a whole lot. And don't share a lot of my likes or dislikes and whatnot, and it doesn't matter it doesn't matter who you are. You know, it doesn't matter who you are. You know, I've been, you know, the reason why I've not been on the Discord apps, one, I'm taking a break from, doing being part of game shows and whatnot, but also what's been going on. And I'm here to tell you that life's too short to be angry about your lives. Life's too short. Many people are going, sometimes, what can I say? There's people out there that are trying to trigger people just to, oh, we don't like you, so I'm going to trigger you to get you off the internet and to get you in trouble and all that because you live a good life and I'm miserable. Or so there are people are like that out there. Just don't let the haters win. And if you decide to, quit or retire or something like that from anything fun on the internet, that means you're letting the haters win. You're letting the bullies win. You're letting the trolls win. And you know what? It's about time you put your foot down and said, I'm not going to allow it. That's what I've done. I block out the haters. I block out the trolls. Not because I hate them. Because they need to know their place. They need to know that we're not going to let them win. You may hate on me, you may bully me, you may troll me, you may make fun of me, but I'm still standing here, and I'm not going to end my life for anybody just because they won't want me here, or it's bull. All right, I'm standing here today. I have a family that I'm standing for, and I love my family, and I love my friends. I love all those who have subscribed to me and respect me for what I post. There's people who say, we don't like your posts. We don't like your posts. We don't like your content. There's a saying that goes, if I want your opinion, I'll give it to you. But you know what? Well, you shouldn't be on the internet. You're old. You're this. You're that. Life's too short to let the haters and the bullies and the trolls get to you. Life's too short to let people, life's too short to let other people's negative opinions get to you. Life's too short to hold grudges. You have a grudge against somebody. Go to that person, say, hey, listen, I was out of control, and I'm sorry. All right, I overreacted. But sometimes you may be in the right, sometimes you may be in the wrong. And it's always been that way. It's part of life. There's some times I don't hold grudges against people, but there are people who hold grudges against me. For those people who hold grudges against me, if I offended you in any single way, I do apologize. All right? To those who I blocked on any of my social media, I do apologize. The reason why I did it is to protect you guys. To protect you from getting a comment, from getting other people after you, and by defending me. And I do appreciate people defending me, and I do appreciate people standing up for me. But fighting fire with fire, what's that going to solve, right? I always try to block out the negativity and take in the good. Life's too short to be negative. Life's too short to be haters. One thing I've learned throughout my life is never be angry. When I read the Bible and it says rejoice in the Lord always, I always am very happy, no matter what situation I'm in. I try to be as happy as I can be. I try to be a positive person, be a positive influence in people's lives. I felt like that's what I need to do, being on here. But those who I offended, those who are no longer talking to me for any specific reason, whether it be a family member, a relative, or a church friend, whatever, I do apologize if I offended you in any way. I ask you to forgive me of that. I try not to hold grudges against people, and it's a very, very tough thing to do. Life's too short to hold a grudge. And I'll be thinking about each and every one of my family and friends that I'm no longer in speaking terms with. I do not hold a grudge against them, even though they hold a grudge against me. because that's not how I am. You know, it doesn't matter who it is. There's people in my church that are There's people in my church that used to go to my church that are no longer in speaking terms with me. There's some relatives out there. Most of my relatives do speak to me, but there is a set of relatives, family, a sibling, if you can, that is no longer speaking terms with me and my family. I don't hold a grudge against. I do not hold any grudges at all. And yes, there is my ex-crush. She may hold a grudge against me, but I don't. Life's too short to be hating people, no matter what situation you're in. I know on the Discord app there's people that don't want to talk to other people because of incidents that happened years ago. Sometimes that incident, you gotta let it go. You know? And accept things in the current life today. It hurts when someone does hold a grudge, because you live with that regret forever, and it's going to eat away at you. It's going to fester inside your soul, and that's not. And holding that grudge, it's not right. You know, people get banned because they don't want to bring up. Being disrespectful towards people is one thing, but trying to find out what's going on in the situation. I didn't dare ask what was going on in that Discord situation. I'm not going to mention the channel. I'm not going to mention the people, but they know who I'm talking about. They don't have to be mentioning anything. I don't ask, and I just look at that and just go. Dust on my computer, on the keyboard here. Excuse me. I just look at the conversation, and I kind of felt sad. Here I am thinking that my grandmother passed away, and then we got all these people arguing and being upset, being angry. And, life's too short to be like that, to be negative. If there's anyone in your lives that hold a grudge against you, or you hold a grudge against them, if you can find the courage, pray for some wisdom. Find their email and say, "Hey, I was wrong. I'm sorry." Like I said again, I'm going to apologize to all those who I've offended by being on here and doing my thing. I do apologize, but I'm not going to shut down my YouTube channels for anybody anytime soon. There's people out there that need somebody that can lift their spirits up. That need somebody to encourage them every single time. And I ain't to be that person. As we bring our grandmother home to heaven today, and celebrate her life and her legacy, and honor her, I'm going to be thinking about everybody today. Those who I'm no longer on speaking terms with for any reason at all. Again, to those who have disliked me for whatever reason, if I've offended you in any way, I do apologize. I do ask you for forgiveness. I ask that you let go of the past and travel on to the future. Hopefully when we see each other down the road, let bygones be bygones. Forget everything that happened. Forget the situation that happened and existed. You can shake my hand or give me a hug. We'll be friends again. And we'll talk about the good times. The great memories that we had, we hold and cherish. It'll only be a matter of time, though. A matter of time. I'm hoping that day comes when those who would hold a grudge against me come up to me, and we talk things out. We sit down, we talk it out. I don't care if they're in the wrong. I don't care if I'm in the wrong. I'm going to apologize, and I'm going to ask for forgiveness, because I'm human and I'm not perfect. I can't be perfect for everybody else in this world. I'm going to make mistakes, and I learn from them. There are a lot of mistakes I made in the past, and I learn from them. That's why when I bring up my ex-crush, I've learned from that mistake I made. I made the mistake, and I learned from it. A lot of people get aggravated when I do that, when I talk about it. It's not about holding on to the evil memories of the past. It's about learning from your mistakes. Learning. Learning is key. The key word is learn. In order to make your present situation a success and your future success, you learn from your past. You learn from your mistakes. And you go, I better not do that again. If a similar situation comes up, you go, oh, wait, hold it. Something got to be like Jeff Goldblum, hold it, okay, this is what's going on here, and I don't want to make that mistake again, so I got to see if I can learn from that mistake and capitalize on what I need to do. Simple. So, everybody holding a grudge for whatever reason, do not let the past affect you. Learn from it, rise above. Go to that person. Ask for forgiveness. Apologize. It doesn't hurt. No matter if you're wrong or right. Say, hey, life's too short. A lot of things are happening. And if I don't do this, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. Vavo, this one's for you. Thank you for teaching me everything you know about life. Thank you for your kindness and your love. Thank you for being there for me and my family. Be proud. Be proud that your children and grandchildren are going to keep your legacy on for a long time. We love you, Vavo. Rest in peace. To my friends and family, if I offended you or wronged you in any way, I'd like to ask you to forgive me. And thank you for watching this video. A lot of people need to hear this. A lot of people need to hear this. So that's it. God's blessings. Life, love, and light to all of you. Catch on the flip side. Pay attention. You might learn something. Remember, we cannot change our past, but once again, we can change our current situations to work for a better future. Episode 376 of EML77 TV is complete. It's a very special episode. I figured it'd be something to do, to talk about before I leave. Again, rest in peace, Maria Dacamo Lima, a.k.a. Vavo, a.k.a. my grandmother. Thank you. I'll see you in the next episode.